Hello, welcome to ACadeMiqPlus channel. We'll be looking at how to create line graph. A line graph helps you to know how your variable is growing over a long or short period of time. It helps you to know the trend of your variable. Let's get started. We have the data on revenue, cost, and profits, all in $1,000. From the year 2000 to we're going to create the line graph for each, for revenue, for cost, and profit. In addition, we're going to create a line graph with the revenue, cost, and profit all embedded. Let's start with the revenue. The first thing to do is to highlight the data, including the year and the revenue. You go to Insert and you click on this particular graph, Insert Line or Area Chart. We use this simple 2D line, the very first one, and we have it. Although this does not make any sense, so we still need to do some little work on this particular graph. Okay, starting with the x-axis, click on it and right-click, select Data. You can see this is in number 1, 2, 3. This is not what we want. The horizontal axis is supposed to show years from 2000 to 2020. Let's start with this place. It's already checked, but we need to remove them. Then we had the series name is revenue, and the series value, we're going to pick it. That's from 29 to 196. You click OK. So we're heading the horizontal axis because we want the years there. So we click 2000 to 2020. OK. We click OK. So we have it. This is the graph. You can see this is 29, that's below 50. And this is, for the year 2020, we have $196,000. You can see. So what's next? We need to add the axis. Click on this plus sign, the axis title, check. So we give the name, that's revenue in $1,000. Then for the x-axis, we have the years. Can increase the size for more visibility. Okay, so we can change the title to revenue in $1,000 from 2000 to 2020. So we have that. What else can we do on this graph? We can show the data labels by clicking data labels. You can see shows that the very first point is 29 and the last one is 196, and we have other points in between. And if we don't want that, we can uncheck to remove it. Uncheck the data labels. Okay, what else can we do? We can add the trend line by checking this on the trend line. You can see the trend line. This helps us to show the upward or downward movement. This actually shows an upward movement from the year 2000 to the year 2020. We can change the color of this line by clicking on shape outline. Let's change the color to red. You can see that's turned to red. We can change the color of the trend line also by clicking on the trend line. Go to format and click on shape outline. Let's use yellow. You can see let's change to yellow. Let's see if we can add some effect. So we'll click on this effect. Let's check the shadow. Go to presets. You can see the shadow effect already. Okay. And look at the different styles by clicking on chart styles, or we actually go to the design. So let's look at this chart style. You can see, let's look at this one. You can see that we have other ones. This different chart styles. Look at this one. Okay. Let's go back to the original one. Right, what else can we do on this chart? Can change the background. Let's go to format. You can change the background color. Click on the shape fill and pick any color of choice. Pick yellow. Yeah, you can see it. And if you want, let's go back to, you want the immediate background of the line to be changed while the outer space has different color. Let's look at that. Should fill. Okay, while the outer space has different color, we go to format, touch of light green. Yeah, you can see the outer space has a touch of light green while the immediate background has yellow. So that's the graph for revenue. There's actually 1,000. There's a U missing there. Okay, we have it. So move on to cost. So let's go back to the data. Can we cover this up? So we need the year and the cost. Go back to our data, click highlight the data, click on insert, go to the chart, click on this. Alright, so we can add the axis title. This cost in $1,000. Going to be for the years. Let's start, click the x-axis, go to select data, start with the side of it. Let's remove this what we have already. So let's add the cost, then the series. We have 23 to 131. Okay, then we need to edit the x-axis because we want the years there from 2000 to 2010. Yeah, we have it. This is the graph. You can see the line. It's also showing an upward move. If we decide to increase the width of the line, we go to width here. You know, the format data series go to width. We increase it and increase the width. Yeah, you can see it's increasing. That's quite thick. So let's reduce it. Alright, let's leave it like this. We can change the color by clicking on this color. Let's use color purple. If you want to change it to the dash type instead of the block line, you can click, and pick any one that you want, or actually want the block line. We can change the title to cost in $1,000 from 2000 to 2020. Let's increase it. Let's increase the size of the graph. This particular legend shows that this line represents cost. So what else can we do? Can change the color of the background. Go to format, so shape fill. Oh, let's give it color blue, it's light blue. Yeah, you can see that. That's our graph for costing $1,000. So next, we look at the graph for profit. So we can cover this up. You click on the data and go to insert. Click on this graph and this particular simple one. Remember, we always love to keep it simple. We are trying to increase the size before doing anything else. Alright, so the first thing is to click on the x-axis. Right click, select data. Let's remove this. We'll remove the year, remove the profit. So we had it afresh. So profit, then we select the data series from 6 to 65. Okay, then we want the horizontal axis to have the year from 2000 to 2020. So we have it. There was a spike in the year 2008, and that was the first time we have 63. So there was a spike increase, and later it reduced to 37 in 2009. But looking at it generally, look at the trend line. Let's add a trend line to know how the variable is doing. Okay, you can see from the trend line, it's been an upward movement, although there's been some reduction in profit at some point, but generally speaking, the movement has been upward. Okay, so we can change the color of the line by going to format, shape outline. Let's give it color brownish. We have it. And the trend line, we can change that to go format and change the color. Click on format, shape outline. Let's give it color red. You can see it. Okay, we can change the color of the background to format. Click on shape fill, and which color? Purple will be too dark. This like the shade. Oh, we have it. Can change the title to profit in $1,000 from 2000 to 2020. We have it. Okay, see what more can we do on the line. Let's add a little. You can see the effect already, the shadow effect. Really nice. On this cost one, let's see how we can do some other things. Let's click on design. We want to see how we can add data to our graph. You can see the quick layout. Click on it. Going to go about it. You can see the data. The data has been added. You can see Well, actually, this is the one that gives us what we're looking for. Increase the chart size. You can see the data has been added to the chart. So please, looking at the chart, add chart element, all the axes, instead of clicking the plus sign, everything under the plus sign are also here. You can get it from add chart element. When you click design, this comes out, add chart element. You can see the trend line, everything is here. Right now, we move on to how to include the 3 lines for cost, revenue, and profit, all within single line graph. We click on the data, go to insert, click on 2D, the very first one. Okay, let's make it a bit bigger. Alright, so the first thing to do is to click on the x-axis and right click, select data. Alright, we don't need all this. Let's remove all of them. Okay, we have them removed. Then we click on add. So let's add the profit first, profit from 6 to 65. Then the second one, let's add cost. Click on it, 23 to 131. Finally, let's add the revenue. In the data series 29 to 196. But we need to change this horizontal axis to the years. Click on edit 2000 2020. Let's see what we've got. You can see we have the 3 lines. The blue line is for the profit, the cost line is the brownish colored line, and the revenue has the gray line. You can see we have the 3 lines already, and you can see the legend given the representative color for each line. So we click on plus, we add the axis title and also the chart title. We can also add the data labels. You can see the profit from 6 to 65, cost is from 23 to 131, and revenue is from 29 to 196. So it's a bit clumsy, so we can uncheck that, check the data label. We give the axis title in $1,000. Then we give this as the year. We name this the years. Can decide to increase the width a little. Same for this. Increase the width a little. Okay. So we've shown how we can add shadow effect to each line. Yellowish shadow effect, you can see. Let's give this a greenish shadow effect, and let's give this a reddish shadow effect. Beautiful, isn't it? We can change the title to revenue, cost, and profit in $1,000 from 2000 to 2020. Okay. Let's remove this. Okay, alright. Should we change one of this to, okay, let's change this to a dash type. Let's use this one. Can see what we've got. Interesting. Can do a lot of things. Okay, alright. Let's change the background. Click on format. Let's change the background color. Click on shape fill. Let's look for a very nice color. Let's use yellow. That's blended with the shadow effect for revenue. Okay, let's add the trend line. Okay, add the trend line here too. I told you earlier that the trend line helps to show how the variable is moving over a long or short period of time, whether it's having an upward movement or a downward movement. Okay, so what else can we do? Let's look at adding the data table. Yeah, you can see we've been able to add the data table. You can see profit, cost, revenue is another way to add your data to the graph. You can uncheck that. Okay, so let's look at the different designs. Click on design. It's either you click design from here to view the different designs. You can see the different designs. Or actually click on this brush. Will also bring out the different style. If you don't want to click on the chart tool area, you can click on the brush to also bring out the different chart style. We've been able to create a line graph with a 3 line representing profit, cost, and revenue embedded within the same line. So we have a beautiful line graph showing the revenue, cost, and profit in $1,000 from 2000 to 2020. If you are yet to subscribe to ACadeMiqPlus channel, please do. Also press on the notification button and the like button. Watch out for the next training on how to determine the relationship between 2 variables, that is, correlation analysis.